This is a really old wheelbarrow. Look at this tire. Oh man, is it flat. So flat it ripped off the rim. So what we got to do is we got to put a new inner tube in this thing. Sometimes you just want to buy a brand new tire. Don't worry about the inner tube. That's fine. They make good ones this size nowadays that they don't use air and they never deflate. But we're going to replace the inner tube. To replace the inner tube, it actually has to come off this because there's no way we're getting the tube around the axle. So we're going to have to take it off of here. If you're doing this on your wheelbarrow, it's going to be different for how you take your wheel off or your axle off the wheelbarrow. We just have some nuts to unscrew. Now that you got your wheel off, however you have to do that for your specific wheelbarrow, you want to break the seal that is holding the rim to the tire. That was pretty easy for us because it was already leaking from there. And if it's the original tire, it won't have an inner tube in it. If it is a replacement inner tube in there, then you'll have to actually pull that out. The easiest way to do that is to unscrew your valve stem and then push it through the hole, the valve stem hole, and start there, making a space to pull the old inner tube out. Alright, so to get the rim in a position where you can easily install or remove your inner tube, I like to use the 3 screwdriver method. 3 screwdriver method is a very popular method used by mechanics everywhere. As you see, I have an initial spot, and then these two are going to continue to go around. This one's going to hold my current position. I'm going to use this next one to pry up in the new spot. Now this big one becomes holding position, and I'm going to use this one to pry up the next spot. The original valve stem we elected to just cut off and remove. It was sort of leaking from here anyway, so we weren't going to reuse this, so we just cut it and took it out. Alright, so if you use the 3 screwdriver method, you can open it up enough to shove part of your inner tube in there as a place to start. I like to start by pushing the piece with the valve stem in first. As you can see, the rest of this is just flopping around. But if you can shove that first piece in there, you can have this poking out. Sometimes it's easier to remove the cap to get it through the hole and then put the cap on back on once it's on the outside here. And that normally the cap is big enough it actually won't pull back through, so it kind of locks it in there. Now we're going to go around using the 3 screwdriver method to move the rim out of the way so we can shove the inner tube in there, and try not to have it folded or twisted as you do that. Now, if your rim's all messed up, you're going to have to put it back inside where it was. Easy screwdriver method. If you want, you can use this screwdriver to kind of hold it in place. Do the 2 screwdriver method to go around. And then just the main thing you're trying not to do is you're trying not to puncture the inner tube on the inside. Now, we have it all installed. What you want to do when you blow this up, brand new inner tube, is it might be wrinkled, it might be twisted a little bit. So if you give it a little puff of air, get it partially blown up, maybe deflate it a little bit, give it another puff of air, deflate it a little bit. Do that a few times before you fill it up all the way. And that allows it to work out any kinks the inner tube has. So we're going to go fill this up now. Boom! Alright, 20 out of 30. Use one more. 25 out of 30. There we go.